quite sure. But I wanted to revisit poetry. I have not shared a poem on here in quite some time. I used to do poems sometimes when I was in the cold plunge. So I've come across a wonderful poem that ties into some ideas that I brought up, ties into a really basic premise that's one of my mantras in life. So I thought we could explore that and take a look at where it is. Additionally, I just received my replacement. So I'd gotten 1 year's wonderful use out of the Ice Pod, and I just received the Ice Pod 2.0, a little bit improved. It'll carry me until I make a move, settle into a new place, and buy a cold plunge that actually has a cooling unit with it that I can bring it down into the 40s wherever I need it to be and keep it there. But for now, tomorrow, hopefully, if all goes well, knock on wood, we'll be back with a short message from the Ice Plunge, which will be kind of fun. So today's poem is called All Things Shall Pass Away, and it is by Theodore Tilton. So join me for the poem. All things shall pass away. Once in Persia ruled a king who upon his signet ring graved a motto true and wise, which when held before his eyes gave him counsel at a glance. Fit for any change or chance, solemn words, and these were they. Even this shall pass away. Trains of camel through the sand brought him gems from Smarcanand. Fleets of galleys through the seas brought him pearls to rival these. Yet he counted little gain, treasures of the mine or main. Wealth may come, but not to stay. Even this shall pass away. Mid the revels of his court, in the zenith of his sport, when the palms of all his guests burns with clapping at his jests, he, amid the figs and wine, cried, "O precious friends of mine, pleasure comes, but not to stay. Even this shall pass away." Lady fairest ever seen was the bride he crowned as queen. Pillowed on his marriage bed, softly to his soul he said, though no bridegroom ever pressed fair bosom to his breast, mortal flesh must come to clay. Even this shall pass away. Fighting in a furious field, once a javelin pierced his shield. Soldiers with a loud lament bore him bleeding to his tent. Groaning from his wounded side, pain is hard to bear, he cried. But with patience, day by day, even this shall pass away. Towering in the public square, 20 cubits in the air, rose his status grand in stone, and the king, disguised, unknown, gazing on his sculptured name, asked himself, and what is fame? Fame is but a slow decay. Even this shall pass away. Struck with palsy, sere and old, standing at the gates of gold, spake him this in dying breath, life is done, and what is death? Then in answer to the king fell a sunbeam on the ring, answering with its heavenly ray, even death shall pass away. And as I said, I think it's a wonderful message. I think it's an important message to hold on to, because it's a reminder that echoes with us in the bad times. In the bad times when things seem like nothing more could go wrong, life is falling apart. It won't last. Even this will pass away. In talking to someone struggling with grief, that was part of the message, was lean into the grief. It's real. Don't try to pretend it's not there. Don't try to hide from it. But know that each day it will lessen a little bit. And it'll never go away. Think about a wound. It's like a wound that scars over, and you see that scar, and it's a remembrance of what you've been through, but you're able to find the joy in the days again. You're able to look at the good that's come. And in some part, in the case of this grief, you're able to look at the joy that this person brought to the world in their short time here and see that good instead of just looking at this horrible time that we're feeling right now. Likewise, in our best of times, when we think this is phenomenal, like that life cannot get any better than right now. And that can create a suffering because we want to hold on to it, even though we know it's not going to last. So enjoy the joy, enjoy the great moment, enjoy the celebration, but accept that joy and that celebration, like any good party, won't last forever. And that's how it's supposed to be. You know, in many ways, it's that temporal, that impermanence of life that makes life so valuable. You know, if we lived forever, we wouldn't value the little moments that we have and those little joys that we have. And that's one of the important things to remember, is knowing things will pass away, to take the time to be in the moment and really experience the emotions you feel. Understand the emotions, experience the emotions, and understanding, like each breath we take, it's a breath in and it's a breath out. And that's the beauty of meditation, is that breath is the most in the moment we can possibly be, because we're focusing at that time just on that. So I like the poem. I like it so much that the Persian inscription for "and this too shall pass" I have on my arm, that serves as a reminder for me to look at and know that I don't need to get caught up in holding on to things or worrying that things will be here forever. That I need to enjoy what I have, and I need to feel what I feel. And in the worst feelings, I need to understand that they'll get better. And when things are going great, to understand that it's not always going to be this great. So enjoy the greatness while it's there. The last thing I want to share with you, I'll keep it quick today, is today's calendar. It is a wonderful quote that really struck me. Just as a person would dive in order to get something that had fallen into the water, so one should dive into oneself with a keen, one-pointed mind, controlling speech and breath to find the place whence the I originates. And this falls back into why I love my coaching practice and why I love the opportunities I get to work with people, to help them find their I. What is their motivation? And in many ways, it's us discovering, who are we? You know, when I wake up in the morning, what's my purpose for the day? And who am I beside the trappings that I surround myself with? That I really understand the sense of what I value and what I seek and what is truly important. You know, the Stoics talk about the idea of leaving things behind and not being caught up in the possessions we have. And you know, can we live this simpler life? And I love the chances I get to listen to the Minimalist podcast. And I know I've said before, it's something I need to work on, that I don't need the things I have, that experiences are more important than things. So it kind of takes us on a roundabout today. Like I said, I'm going to keep it quick. Had a lot going on. I'm going to make time tomorrow to record a meditation. This meditation will start with our breath, and then it's going to be a sense of the ocean. And in that sense of the ocean, in our mind, taking a turbulent sea and slowing it down and calming it down and seeing how we can do that in our life. So, thank you all. Um, I'll take a quick moment, as Hot One says, to look at this camera, this camera, or this camera. I only have this camera, and tell you what's going on. The coaching business is going well, but I still have room. I would love you to reach out, shoot me a message, and we can talk about ways that we can improve your life, find your purpose, find where you need to be. Same goes if you have a college age student. I'm working with a number of students right now on college applications, and I've set it up where I can do a flat fee for the year, or just tune ups here and there as a writing tutor, an hourly fee to work through a couple essays, see where they need to be, and then I can come back again. So the Mindful Classroom is really developing into those two branches of working with you and your life, your purpose, your work-life balance, and if you have college age kids or coming soon to be college age kids, how to make and put together the best college application to get you into your first choice school where you want to be. So please reach out, ask questions. I would love to answer. By early next week, I'll have a website up with a calendar that you can reserve on. So I'll talk to everybody soon. Peace out. Have a great day.